Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And we are jumping into another blog called Your Joseph Day. I've read and heard the story of Joseph in the Bible several times. However, this time while reading, it hit me differently. I encourage you to read the scriptures for yourself. Y'all, the Bible is rich, full of wisdom and gems from cover to cover. If you read it with fresh eyes and ask God to speak to you in new ways, He will do so. Okay, back to Joseph. LOL. To give a high level summary, Joseph was a dreamer and was the son of Jacob and Rachel. Joseph was Jacob's favorite because he was conceived when they were older in age. Because he was his dad's favorite, his dad made him a coat of many colors, and his brothers hated that their dad loved Joseph more. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers in the field with the sheep. They saw Joseph approaching from a distance and made plans to kill him. Instead of killing him, they decided to sell him into slavery and made it appear to their dad he was eating wild animals. Crazy, right? All of this is in the Bible, by the way. It has the best stories. Read the entire book of Genesis 37 for that reference. Fast forward to decades later, and a lot of skipped events in Joseph's story. There was a famine in the land, and Joseph's brothers had to come to where he now worked as commander of the land in Egypt to get food. When his brothers came to Egypt to purchase food, Joseph recognized them, but they didn't recognize him. After a series of events, Joseph eventually revealed his identity to his brother and wept. At that moment, Joseph could have said so many things to his brothers, since they did previously send him away. Instead, he told them, "Now, therefore, be not grieved nor angry with yourselves that you sold me hither, for God did send me before you to preserve life." Genesis 45:5. Like, wow, this is purpose. What Joseph went through wasn't just for him, but for him to save so many people, including his own family. He wasn't bitter towards them, he was healed. If you ever want to know what forgiveness looks like, read how it is reflected in the Bible. I'm sure you're reading this and you're like, what's your point? Great question. I'm getting there. Maybe you need to reframe your story and look for God's fingerprints in it. Maybe, perhaps, you are preserving life. When will you have your day, like Joseph, to truly heal and reframe your story into purpose? So lots of scripture references. Genesis 30:22-24, Genesis 37:3-11, Genesis chapters 42-45. Like, just read it all when you have time. Listen to it in a Bible app. But it's such a Joseph story is so rich, and there's so many things I didn't put in my short summary because there were like certain things I wanted to focus on. And I always encourage people to read the Bible for themselves. Like, listening to somebody else's, that's my viewpoint and what I got from the scriptures. But when you read it, God can highlight something completely differently to you depending on what you're going through in your life. Like, that's the beauty of reading the Bible. It is a living, breathing document. And so every time you read it, even if you read the same scriptures, it's reading you at the same time. So hope you enjoyed this, and you look for ways to reframe your own story and continue to heal. We're all healing from different things that we have experienced in life, but the beauty of it is for God to get the glory out of every part of our life. So that's all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, ciao.